Southwest Florida's news source. This is Fox 4 News at 11.
First at 11, 4 in your corner following breaking news in East Fort Myers. A live look at the scene right now. Sheriff's patrol cars there near the intersection of Ortez and Palm Beach Boulevard. We understand a business there, a CVS, was robbed just about 2 hours ago, and the Metro PCS store there, a prominent part of this as well. Investigators looking for information right now and looking for clues, and they seem to have found a biggie as we zoom in and show you that yellow crime scene tape, a vehicle there, and an officer standing very close by. We understand they may, and we're seeing some of the people come out of their cars now since that part of the road's closed down there to take a look. We understand they may have tracked down a suspect, and you'll never guess where, in a neighborhood nearby in the dark of night. They seem to have tracked down someone in a tree. You can see how many sheriff's deputies pulled up there. And it can be a particularly dark part of town. It's an older part of Fort Myers, not quite as many street lights when you get off Palm Beach Boulevard. This is right near Browning, as you might imagine, and Morse Shopping Plaza. So it's a densely populated area, but as I said, kind of a quieter neighborhood. It does have its fair share of crime, and they have got one to talk about tonight. After a robbery happening at a store here, crime scene tape around it, sheriff's deputies on the scene and tracking down a suspect in a tree, hiding in a tree in someone's backyard. We will continue to track down the latest information, confirm it for you throughout this newscast on Fox 4 News at 11. Another big story tonight, strong storms making their way through southwest Florida earlier today, creating what looks like some very dramatic severe weather on the horizon in Naples. This viewer sent in to us by a viewer, Michelle Nicole. This is the view from Old 41 right near Collier Boulevard. The Weather Channel reaching out to Fox 4 on Twitter, telling us it looks like a water spout or maybe a funnel cloud, but they say it's inconclusive right now. And of course, a lot of that depends on whether it touches the ground or not. And now a live look at Storm Patrol Doppler radar. Things much quieter in southwest Florida, but it's kind of a touch and go situation. Sometimes dramatic, sometimes not. So let's get to Jim Sine and find out what we're headed for as we go into the weekend.
Well, the weekend is definitely going to be wet at times. We'll show you an hour-by-hour look at how Saturday and Sunday should play out. The thunderstorms today began in the mid-afternoon, but the heaviest rain was definitely east of I-75, with the exception of that one thunderstorm, and you can see it right there, that made its way through the Naples area, that produced that possible water spout or funnel cloud, the one that we showed you at 6 o'clock and just showed you a couple of minutes ago. Let me show you how much rain fell. The areas of green, that's what we had over 1, 2, even close to 3 inches of rain. We'll go ahead and throw some rainfall totals on there for you. You can see that close to the coast, rainfall amounts very spotty. East of I-75, over 2 inches in a lot of spots. Temperatures are much cooler, 72 in Lehigh and 73 in LaBelle. We'll show you exactly how wet it's going to be this weekend coming up shortly.
4 in your corner reaching out to Doug Baker tonight, asking him what he has to say to you about the city manager's decision to fire him as police chief today. Now, we have yet to hear back from Baker after leaving a message on his cell phone earlier, but the city manager, Billy Mitchell, getting right to the point, telling Fox 4, quote, "Because it is my judgment as city manager that a change in leadership is necessary to enable the city of Fort Myers Police Department to continue to move forward, I am terminating the employment contract of Doug Baker as police chief effective immediately." Mitchell has since appointed Captain Dennis Eads. He's a 28-year veteran of the force as the interim chief. That's effective immediately. The picture on the right showing him getting sworn in this afternoon. This all started 6 months ago with this controversial arrest, all recorded by police dashcam video. Officers cuffing NFL player Nate Allen, hauling him downtown, accusing him of a crime he didn't commit. Police even went on to recommend he be charged with the crime. Well, the state attorney refused, and the police chief ordered an internal review. The results of that review revealed discrepancies in what the chief claimed he said and when he made a phone call that night, saying he called a police captain at a particular time and ordered Allen's review. The captain said he did not get the call at that time. They did not speak. And when the chief was asked to explain the discrepancy, he said, quote, I can't explain it. 4 in your corner, investigator Warren Wright broke most of the story, now asking the city manager, why the firing now?
It's important for the department to have new leadership.
And this wasn't an easy decision, I'm sure.
These decisions are always very difficult.
Made all the more difficult because it was the city manager who actually appointed Doug Baker for the top spot more than 7 years ago. But after an internal investigation of how the officers and the police chief conducted themselves with the improper arrest of NFL star Nate Allen, it became clear the city manager had to take action.
This just put it over the top. when you have a police chief and lies under oath, he needs to be held accountable.
Mayor Randy Henderson, who is out of town, was able to talk on the phone. He says he supports the city manager's decision.
Basically, what was revealed was that there was just no evidence available that supported Chief Baker's side of the story, and that was troubling. And
moving forward, Captain Dennis Eads was sworn in early Friday morning as the interim police chief.
Captain Eads is a very seasoned member of the police department.
With so much dissension among the rank and file, Baker's removal is expected to help unify the department.
I'm confident that the officers will continue to serve the public, but with a lot less distractions now.
Warren Wright, Fox 4, in your corner.
Long before the Nate Allen case, Doug Baker found himself under increasing public pressure as the number of unsolved murders began to pile up in the Fort Myers community of Dunbar. The most recent case was the drive-by shooting that killed a 5-year-old boy, Andrew Faust. The men initially arrested for the crime were let go after the case against them fell apart. Andrew's death joining a growing list of killings where there have been no arrests in this predominantly black community of Dunbar. We checked in with the head of the local chapter of the NAACP, who says the unsolved murders were not for Doug Baker's lack of trying to reach out to the community.
We think that he had his hand on the pulse of the Dunbar community. We thought that he was accurate in his strategy as far as fighting crime. We thought that he was open to suggestions when it came to fighting crime.
When pressed about the unsolved killings in Dunbar in the past, Doug Baker said he was frustrated by the lack of public cooperation, namely witnesses who remained silent, witnesses who would have been key in making arrests and getting convictions to stick in those cases. You can let us know if you think the city manager made the right decision in firing Doug Baker as chief of police. 239-206 Fox 4 News at Fox 4 Now. The man accused of killing 3 people in what detectives are calling, quote, an unimaginable crime is being held without bond tonight. 19-year-old Brian Hyde, an illegal immigrant from the Central American country of Belize, charged with 3 counts of second-degree murder and 1 count of murdering an unborn child. He made his first appearance via video on these charges. Hyde is accused of killing his aunt, Dorla Pitts, her daughter, Starlet, who is 6 months pregnant and has a 1-year-old daughter, and Starlet's boyfriend, Michael Kelly. Their pictures all seen here. Hyde accused of sneaking into the U.S. from Texas and living with his aunt in Lehigh Acres. If he's convicted, he'll face his charges in the U.S. and then eventually he could be deported back to Belize. 3 7-Eleven robberies early this morning in Lee County, landing 3 people behind bars, but 2 others are still on the loose tonight and the search continues for them. Detectives say between 2:30 and 3 this morning, 3 7-Elevens were robbed at gunpoint from South Fort Myers, and then they appeared to move north toward Colonial Boulevard. Now, 3 men were arrested by Fort Myers police at the 7-Eleven on Colonial, but these 2, they say, got away. Detectives believe they're the same ones seen in surveillance pictures taken from the other 7-Elevens 30 minutes before that. If you have any information that can help detectives catch who did this, you can call Crime Stoppers right now at 1-800-780-TIPS. Still ahead on Fox 4 News at 11, the Stars and Stripes finally flying high in Cuba tonight, marking a milestone. We'll explain how some Southwest Floridians with close ties to Cuba feel about this historic day. Deputies are making 4 welfare checks in a day before finding 8 people dead inside a home in Texas. Why relatives of one of the victims believe authorities could have done more to protect them. It was a traffic stop with a twist. Why an officer decided not to fight back when dealing with a very aggressive suspect. 4 in your corner, staying on breaking news. A live look at the scene of Metro PCS on Palm Beach Boulevard in East Fort Myers. A robbery happening there and a suspect ending up in someone's tree in their backyard nearby. A neighborhood on lockdown. The latest information for you next on Fox 4 News at 11.
The only station, the only news team. Only one newscast good enough to be considered the best. Emmy winner for Best Newscast in Florida. The news that's in your corner. Fox 4 News at 10. Patrick Nolan and Amy Wetman. Weeknights on Fox 4 News at 6, 10, and 11.
BMW 320i sedan for $369 a month with 0 due at signing.
Huge summer closeout sale right now at Recreational Warehouse. $300 to $1,700 off all hot spring spas. Feel great and save big in your own home spa. Summer closeouts on all pool heaters from just $15.95. Buy now and save. $400 to $2,300 off all outdoor kitchen packages for the perfect pool and patio paradise. Save now and treat yourself to an upgrade with up to 60% off beautiful patio furniture. Huge summer closeout sale at Recreational Warehouse. Colonial Boulevard, Fort Myers, and Airport Road South in Naples.
When you buy your furniture from Canes, you get something pretty impressive. A free lifetime guarantee. You may not keep your furniture for life, but it's nice to know you could.
Now through Monday at Canes. Savings in every department store-wide. This contemporary sofa or this 3-piece bed. Your choice, just $4.99. Plus 0% interest until 2018.
Canes, quality so good, it's guaranteed for life.
Something big is happening at Sutherland Nissan. This month only, BOGO is now BOGO Zero. Buy one, get one with zero money down. Get to South Florida's #1 Nissan dealer today and buy a new Nissan and get another new Nissan at no additional cost with zilch, zero money down. That's 2 for 1 for 0. If you haven't had the chance to BOGO from Sutherland yet, there's no way you should miss BOGO Zero. Remember, if it doesn't say Sutherland, you paid too much.
And of course, staying on top of breaking news in East Fort Myers right now. I want to give you a close look at what is happening right now. It looks like deputies have closed in on a suspect that they tracked down in a tree. You can see that suspect just to the left of the officer there. Can you see? You can see his underwear, and then the pants are a little bit lower, and his arms are behind his back. He's handcuffed there, not wearing a shirt, and that deputy standing right to the right of him, and then the patrol car between us and them, at least as this camera shot goes. And in the back, you can see a very busy road. That's 75. So this is 75 and Palm Beach Boulevard. Once again, on Fox 4 News at 11, you're seeing happen live here. It's unfolding. This guy on the left, the drawers right down there to about the hips, the underwear up to the belly button, and the handcuffs behind him. He's got some dreadlocks there and just stepping toward. He appears to be speaking to the deputy. From what we understand from witnesses on the scene, they tracked this guy down in a tree. It's unclear if the branches right by his head is the tree that he was in someone's backyard. That whole neighborhood, this is the Moore Shores area, was on lockdown as they search for this guy. But as you can see, they've got him now. It's unclear if they're looking for anyone else. We've got 2 different live scenes we're showing you here on Fox 4 News at 11. So we want to switch gears to the other one, and this is just a few blocks away. You see a banged up car here right by a Metro PCS store, and this is one of, we understand, a number of businesses that was targeted that night. Also a CVS store was targeted up as well. You can see the tow truck, the flatbed truck there, getting ready to pull that car away, possibly as a piece of evidence, and a lot of this yellow crime scene tape all around this area, this Metro PCS right here, and a sheriff's deputy patrol car there as well. Now, it's unclear what the guy we just showed you is pulled out of the tree might have to do with the crime that happened here, but what we're hearing from neighbors in the area and what they've been told by various authorities on the scene is that a robbery occurred there and maybe more than one robbery. Once again, you have to strain your eyes only because it's a little dark there and some vehicles between our camera and the suspect, but you see this guy right on the left here wearing jeans, not wearing a shirt, the underwear pulled up just below the hemline of the jeans, and his hands are behind his back because he's handcuffed. The sheriff's deputy, a big guy right to the right of him, does not seem particularly concerned that he might take off. So we will keep you posted throughout the newscast here on Fox 4 News at 11 as this breaking story continues to unfold in East Fort Myers. We're right back right after this.
Join me, Steve Harvey, and catch Family Feud at its all-new time.
Family Feud is moving to Fox 4 with back-to-back episodes beginning September 7th at 7 p.m.
Oh, yeah. That's what I'm talking about.
Right there. There's your sea breeze kicking in.
From tracking severe storms coming your way to capturing the reason you live here.
Picture perfect. Excellent sunset.
Telling your weather story like no one else can. Fox 4's network of Skycams.
Enjoy a freshly brewed medium iced tea or iced coffee for 99 cents from 3 to 6 p.m. America runs on Dunkin'.
Florida, it's the hugest event ever. Hey, it's Billy Facillo, right here at Facillo Kia.
to tell you about an unbelievable deal. We're talking about the Sedona van. We're talking about the Optima. Look at that sexy blue Optima right there. The K900 Black. Look at this, the Sorrento, all redesigned with more room. Caroline, what do you got over there?
Well, let's see. I've got a Forte down here. I have another Optima. I have a Kia Soul. And, you know, I think we should focus on this K900 here, Billy, because we've got quite a huge opportunity here. $375 a month.
Took 200 more,
with
folks.
Zero money down. Plus, this month, purchase or lease any new Kia from Fusillo Kia.
Tell 'em,
You're
Caroline.
coming with us right here to the beautiful Club Med Sandpiper Bay.
There you-
7 days, 6 nights. It's all
Golf,
inclusive. We're bringing
tennis,
on vacation with
booze.
us.
Everything's
Food,
included in your...
fine dining, swimming pools. You don't want to miss it, folks. Plus, $375 a month with zero down.
That's huge, Florida, huge.
Dunkin' Donuts' unbelievable selection of breakfast sandwiches, freshly made all day, so you can enjoy them any type of way, any time of day. That's breakfast whenevs. America runs on Dunkin'.
A historic moment for U.S.-Cuba relations today. The American flag raised over the newly opened U.S. Embassy in Havana. Our country's reestablishing formal diplomatic ties with the Secretary of State, John Kerry, there for the first time in 50 years. And it's bringing a bittersweet response from Southwest Floridians with close ties to Cuba. 4 New Corner's Adam Pinsker is in Naples to explain.
Well, I checked in at a Cuban restaurant here in Naples and found that opinions on the subject are divided along a generation gap. Frank Fernandez helps run a restaurant that probably would have never existed if his relatives didn't flee Cuba years ago.
If it was good over there, they wouldn't want to leave.
Now he's not sure they all want to go back. Some of them feel normalizing relations with Cuba while the Castro family is still in power feels like a letdown.
If you ask the older generation, my uncles, my parents, those who lived through the embargo, they're frustrated, they're angry and disappointed, because they actually were the ones that went through this.
Critics like Fernandez's uncle says lifting the embargo rewards the Castro government for years of human rights abuses. But others, like Maggie Marcos, are ready for a new chapter. Born in Cuba, she left the island when she was just a year old and hasn't returned since.
So we would like everything to open up and be able to visit our country, our native country.
Marcos says turning the page on U.S.-Cuba relations opens both countries up to new businesses and new opportunities for families living in both countries to visit each other. She's ready to make that long-awaited trip.
And I cannot wait to be able to go ahead and go to the internet and just book directly to Cuba.
And that idea of direct travel to Cuba could catch on here in Collier County, where businesses thrive on travel to other countries, and now Cuba is on that list. Also, direct ferry service from Southwest Florida to Cuba could also be on the horizon. In Naples, Adam Pinsker, Fox 4. In your corner.
All right, thank you, Adam. Losing a lifeline. Families in need who rely on the Cape Coral Community Cooperative's location right near City Hall for food and assistance may have to find another location for support now. The United Way plans to shut down that location as early as next month. Now, instead, the organization says it's going to explore some mobile options around the Cape and continue offering its services in Fort Myers. But the change has a lot of people in the community concerned, especially those who need a helping hand on a regular basis.
It ain't the substance of the food, it's the substance of what they give us inside to make us a whole person. Because you don't feel like a whole person when things aren't going good for you.
A lot of people need that support. The pantry at the Cape Coral Community Cooperative will be open until the end of this month. However, until another approved building can be found, people are going to have to either use that Fort Myers location or the services of their mobile venues.
Here's the sunset in Charlotte Harbor, captured by our Zoom Tan Sky Cam at the Charlotte Harbor Event and Conference Center. A lot of great sunsets captured across Southwest Florida. Some of them actually were sent to us here at Fox 4. As a matter of fact, we got a lot of great Storm Patrol pictures. Scott Hall sent this picture in from earlier this afternoon. He was on the Peace River. Anytime you send us a picture of your dog here at Fox 4, we're going to do everything we can to get it on the air. And you can see behind the dog those ominous clouds that were in the distance. Chris Myers capturing a great photo. He was on MLK, I think near the Forum Shops. You can see that lightning strike in the distance. Most of the rain today was inland east of I-75, and it made for a great sunset. Those leftover clouds did. Maria Martin sending this picture in of the sunset from the Cape. And Hillary Jocelyn sending in a nice rainbow photo east of I-75. As I showed you at the beginning of the broadcast, we picked up over 2 inches of rain. Closer to the coast, the rainfall amounts were much more spotty. 75 degrees our current temperature right now with humidity at 87%. Winds from the east at about 5 miles per hour. Comfortable evening because the rain cooled things down pretty quickly. Showers off the east coast, but southwest Florida is dry right now. That's not the way it's going to be tomorrow afternoon. Going back 6 hours to show you how the majority of the rain was east of I-75 with the exception of this shower that popped up right along the Collier County coastline. Tomorrow, morning's going to be dry. After 2:30, showers and thunderstorms developing. Easterly winds early. There's your sea breeze in the afternoon. That's going to trigger the rain. Moisture is very abundant right now because of this front. It's a stationary front, but it's actually been moving very slowly to the south. It's directing a lot of moisture into pretty much the entire state, especially central and south Florida. So we're back to a more typical summertime weather pattern. Computer models, 6:30 in the morning, showing us a little bit of cloudiness, but a mainly dry morning. Here's that east to southeasterly wind. Sea breeze just starting to kick in here at about 1:30. There are the first of the showers and thunderstorms. They'll get more numerous for us as we go through the later afternoon. Even a few evening showers and thunderstorms possible on Saturday. Sunday, same thing. Mainly dry weather in the morning, sea breeze in the afternoon, triggering the rain. Chance for rain officially over the weekend at about 60 to 70%. So our Power of 4 zone forecast for the inland zones, calling for mainly afternoon showers and thunderstorms. Could get one in the late morning in Palmdale, Immokalee, Arcadia. Harbor zones partly cloudy, numerous afternoon showers and thunderstorms, especially after about 3:30, 4 o'clock. I'd put the rain time frame late afternoon, early evening, I think, for the harbor and coastal zones. Partly cloudy in the coastal zones with numerous storms for you, too, in the Cape, Bonita Springs, and Naples. And on the beaches, increasing clouds. Scattered showers and thunderstorms. Beaches should be the driest spot, but by the late afternoon, the beaches will be wet, too. Southeasterly winds for the boaters, becoming southwesterly. Our water weather forecast calling for seas anywhere from 1 to 2 feet. Baying in the water is going to be mostly smooth. And if you're fishing tomorrow morning, the weather is going to cooperate, and the tide should be coming in all morning, too. So afternoons are going to be wet for us through Monday and Tuesday. Chance for rain going down a bit. The showers getting a bit more isolated by Thursday and Friday of next week. That is your Storm Patrol forecast.
4 in your corner, staying on top of breaking news in East Fort Myers. A live look at the scene right there. A number of Lee County Sheriff's Patrol cars and at least 2 suspects in custody. One of them yanked out of a tree, sitting in one of the back of the patrol cars. The other one just to the left of this deputy there. You see the suspect right there to your left. More on this story next.
It's the final days of model year end. All new Ram 1500 crew cabs, $5 grand off list, and 0% 60-month financing, plus an extra $500 trade assistance during the summer clearance event at NaplesHasIt.com.
NaplesHasIt.com. Many times people have business disputes but simply don't have the money for hourly lawyer fees, much less the initial deposit. At Morgan & Morgan, we hope to level the playing field with our business litigation group. All types of cases, breach of contract, real estate deals and commissions, construction matters, and stockbroker mismanagement. Use our financial strength to take on these business bullies. No recovery, no fee. You don't have to be rich to be right. Morgan & Morgan, for the people.
It's finally here! The event you've all been waiting for! The AutoNation Toyota Fort Myers Used Car Super Sale is back! Shop hundreds of pre-owned vehicles for only $99 down and payments as low as $99 a month. Or all makes, all models get financing as low as 1.9%. Plus, lenders on site with millions of dollars to lend. It's your chance to drive pre-owned cars from just $99 down and $99 a month at the AutoNation Toyota Fort Myers Used Car Super Sale on the corner of Colonial and Fowler.
Reaching for a star, keep aiming higher. Every day you're one step closer to living in the dream like you imagine. You want it right now. Do you want it right now? Do you want it? Come and get it. Tell me what you want, what you want, what you really want. You want it right now. Do you want it right now? Tell me what you want.
We're in your corner.
Fox 4 Rising, weekdays from 5 to 8 a.m.
It's the final days of model year end. All new Ram 1500 crew cabs, $5 grand off list, and 0% 60-month financing, plus an extra $500 trade assistance during the summer clearance event at NaplesHasIt.com.
NaplesHasIt.com.
Powered by Fifth Third Bank, giving away $1 million in job search training to recent grads. Find out more at 53.com.
4 in your corner, staying on top of breaking news in East Fort Myers. A live look at the scene right now. Our camera's getting a little bit jostled around here. We are showing you the area where a suspect has just been picked up by Lee County Sheriff's deputies. This is Moore Shores. It is Palm Beach Boulevard and 75. And as we showed you earlier in the newscast, the guy not wearing a shirt was taken out of a tree where he was reportedly hiding from Lee County Sheriff's deputies. Deputies started searching for him after an incident at the Metro PCS, also on Palm Beach Boulevard, not too far away. And we're giving you a live look at that scene right now. You see this banged up blue car on the back of a flatbed truck about to be hauled out of there. Police crime scene tape all around this area right now. We understand from deputies that there have been a couple robberies, and now a really good look at this suspect. This is the first time he's facing the camera. We don't know if he knows that. Notice his arms are behind his back. He's got the handcuffs on. The jeans are there, drooping a little bit. You see the underwear pulled in the back, slightly longer dreads in the back, about 3 or 4 feet between him and the deputy. And that very busy road you see behind him is Palm Beach Boulevard. So the Moore Shores area is very close. It's a great escape place if someone were to commit a crime, because you can jump on 75 right away. So we're flipping back and forth. This is another live scene just a few blocks away. And what we're piecing together here is that sheriff's deputies started to close in on 2 suspects. In the back of that patrol car is a second suspect in this case. So from what we're piecing together, deputies looking for someone who may have tried to hit up this Metro PCS and at least one other business in the area, possibly more. And the guys might have split up. They were able to pick up one guy. We just got a light up now on this suspect who is just a few blocks away. And deputies now walking him a little bit closer to the patrol car. We will keep an eye on this scene throughout the newscast and online on fox4now.com. We are right back right after this.
Breaking news and up-to-the-minute forecast.
Last couple of hours.
Online, on your phone, on the go. fox4now.com. Emmy winner for Best Newscast in Florida. Fox 4 News at 10.
Billy, do you think I can get my room over by that calm pool?
Calm pool?
Yeah.
After three vodkas, you're nothing but calm. Are you nuts? Listen to me. It's Billy and Caroline. Tell them what's going on in the hugest promotion ever.
Oh,
Florida, listen up. The #1 selling car, Kia, and the #1 warranty in the world. Now the #1 vacation trip included with it.
That's right. Purchase or lease your new Kia from Fusillo Kia. You're coming with us to Club Med Sandpiper Bay for 7 days, 6 nights of all-inclusive vacation.
It's gonna be huge. I'll see you there.
It's the recon mission for Tango 165. The endless search for the best berries. A midnight run for Tacos El Pastor. And the empty roads of Dawn Patrol. This is summer driving. If driving matters to you, come to the Mazda Summer Drive event, where we'll make your first 2 payments on any new 2015 Mazda.
Pinch a Penny's Fill a Bucket sale. Grab a bucket and save 15% on your favorite pool products. Save 15% on pool and spa specialty chemicals, toys, games, and floats, brushes, nets, filter cartridges, and more. Keep your pool perfect with our free 7-point computerized water test. Over 220 stores, 40 years in the business. Pinch a Penny's Fill a Bucket sale. This week only. Grab one and save.
Matt posted, #TBT. Loved this car until I was upside down on my payments. #expensive fad.
Wow, you've aged great. Find a car to match, like the Civic at the Honda Summer Clearance event. With a rear view camera and text message reader standard, it's as modern as they come and won't break the bank.
It needs flames. Please ignore him.
Hurry in to the Honda Summer Clearance event for a great deal on your new Honda.
Back to the rainy season pattern for the weekend. Numerous showers and thunderstorms in the mid to late afternoon, Saturday and Sunday. Great job by the night crew here at Fox 4 covering all this breaking news, you included, obviously.
Thank you much, and we are still on it. Another live look at the scene in East Fort Myers where 2 suspects in custody, including one that was pulled out of a tree hiding in someone's backyard. This is 75 and Palm Beach Boulevard. As we understand it, people in the community are considered safe at this point. We'll continue to investigate that suspect on the left. More tomorrow night at 10.